Hello, my name is Hussein Algandor, and I'm recording my socket project full video submission. So to begin, as the requirements are, it says compile your manager and peer programs if applicable. That's not very applicable, so I'm going to be skipping that. That's part A. Now part B, it says that the we must use at least four distinct end hosts, and here I will show that uh, I am I am using indeed nine distinct end hosts, so I'll just show the IPs of each end host here, and we'll see that they're all different. Okay, so that's nine different IPs there. Now that's part B is done. So next we are starting our manager program, and then we will start six disk processes and two user processes. So here I'll start with the manager on port 20,600 or 20600. And now the manager is up and listening. I am copying and pasting my commands just like I did for the milestone socket project. That's because of timing. I'm trying to complete all of the demo in the 15 minutes that we are given. And if I type in all the commands manually, it takes a little bit too much time. So here I'll launch the six multi-threaded disk processes. I have this no auto reg flag to disable or to stop them from auto registering because if I don't do that, then they automatically register, and I want to show explicitly that I have a register disk command in place. So I have this, so I put this flag here, no auto register, so that I can show that I do have that the registered disk command does work. Now I'll register each disk with the manager. So for disk one here, there's a command. It sends the register the disk to the manager. Here's the port over here for the manager, and it says acknowledge is received. Disk has been registered, and the manager echoes that as well. Disk one, here's the host, the IP for the host, and the port number for the host. Well, the M port and then the C port for the, and then we'll do the same for all of them as well. So that was disk one. Disk two, I will do enter a similar command with different M ports and C ports, and the host IP matches the IP of the host there, and then for that's for disk three. I'll do the same for disk four, five, and six as well. And you'll see that the manager is echoing all of them as well. Uh, and the manager is also acknowledging each registration as well, and it marks the disks free. So disk has been registered with the acknowledgement. Uh, there. Next, I'll start the two user processes. Once again, I will be copying and pasting the commands here, but uh, same idea. Here is the name, so user one. Same thing for the disks. User one, manager IP is given. Manager IP is also given there. The manager port is given, and then the M ports and the C ports. And once again, I have this flag no auto registration so that I can show you explicitly that I have this register user command. So same thing for user two. I'll just change the name there, user two, give it different M ports and C ports. No auto registration. Now to register both users, here's the first one. Register user one with the appropriate IP, and then the two ports there. Same for user two. Same thing here. And then the again, it's echoed in the manager. So manager user has been registered, register one, user one, I mean, excuse me. And then also it's been echoed here. So acknowledgement received. Same thing here. Acknowledgement received for user two. User two has been registered, echoed in the manager. Okay. Now, so we can see the manager responds with the acknowledgements for both users. Now I'll configure DSSA, which is the name that I've given for this DSS, with n equals 3 and a 512 byte striping unit. So I'll do this in user 1. So here we can see user 1 acknowledgement has been received that the DSSA, which is the name, has been configured for the owner user 1. And that's echoed by the manager as well. So it's acknowledged there. So now I'll copy three files to DSSA. And the manager first returns the DSS parameters. Then the user writes each stripe in parallel, and finally it sends that the copy is complete. So here it is, copy completed. Once again, here's the manager, and then it also copy complete there. Okay, now I'll copy the next file. We can see that same thing there, same idea. The copy complete, and the manager acknowledges that there. And then finally, this last one here, Tale of Two Cities. See that all happening there. So next, well, we can see that the after each copy, we also see acknowledgement success uh, after each copy complete and indexing. Now let's list the DSSA to confirm the metadata. And here it is, ls DSSA, and we'll see DSSA, disk array with n equals 3. So it has all the correct parameters, all the disks and striping unit information there. And it also gives you the file name, first of all, then not the size of the file, and then the owner. Same thing here and same thing there. Okay, now I'll read the day of affirmation file back. The manager returns the file size and the disk triples, as we can see here. So read DSSA, here's the triples for the disks, and the user fetches blocks in parallel, verifies the parity, and then writes the output. And we can see that output there, acknowledgement success. Okay. Now in in the user 2's window, I'll configure DSSB for user 2, and I will copy another file. So I'll use the same parameters here, except I'll just change the name DSSB, but n equals 3 once again, and 512 striping unit, 512 byte striping unit, and then I will copy uh, another text here, and we'll see that has been copied. And it shows once again n equals 3 striping unit size, and then here's the triples for the disks 5, 6, and 3, and then shows all the information and acknowledgement success, copy complete, indexing. Okay, now I will list also the contents in DSSB with ls, the ls command. We'll see the same thing here. It gives you all the information. It gives you all the information here about the disk array, DSSB, disk array, n equals 3, the 3 disks there, and the striping unit size. We'll see here, Wizard of Oz text, also the size in bytes, and then the owner. Now, I'll try to read a file owned by user 1 from user. So I'll try to read it using user two's window, but it will be a file owned by user 1. And this should fail with a permission error. So read DSSA in Flanders text file with by user 2 being read by user 2. And we see here it fails, error permission denied, not the owner, as expected. So the manager rejects it since user 2 is not the owner. Now I'll simulate a random disk failure, and then I'll read the large file. The user can reconstruct a missing data block from parity and re-verify. So here, disk failure, acknowledgement, disk 2 has failed. Okay. Now we can see that I can still read Tale of Two Cities. Here, read acknowledgement success. The read completes here, and the manager acknowledges the read complete. Now in user 1, I'll decommission the DSSA and deregister user 1. So decommission DSSA, deregister user 1 here. And there we go. So acknowledged DSSA has been decommissioned. This is also echoed in the manager. Also, all the previous ones were also echoed in the manager. Here, user deregistered user 1. That has been acknowledged in the echoed in the manager and acknowledged here for the user. Now I'll do the same thing. I'll decommission DSSB in user two's window. So decommission DSSB, acknowledged and also echoed by the manager here. And then I will deregister user two right there. So all again, acknowledged, user deregistered, and then echoed in the manager. Finally, I'll deregister all the disks here. So deregister disk one, sent, and acknowledge that it's been received, echoed in the manager. And the same thing's going to happen here. So I'll just paste this command and change this to disk two, change this to disk three, change this to disk four. So I'm just copying and pasting the same command, but I'm just changing the name of the disk here. Okay, and we'll see all of them have been deregistered here in the man they've been echoed in the manager. And then they also have all received their respective acknowledgements there. So deregister the disk and all of them one through four. That completes the registration, configuration, parallel copy with parity, and then the um, read and parity verification error injection support, as well as disk failure handling and the clean teardown. And finally, we just finally the manager process needs to be terminated, and just terminates with right there. And that's all for the demonstration. Thank you.